I can share the entire accident and remember I can share everything I remember about the accident in one word. Nothing.
On August 24th, 2007, Brian and Casey Johansson would receive news that every parent dreads. Their daughter, Kaitlyn, had been in a severe car accident, leaving her in critical condition.
Where I worked, it was right down the hill from the Mayo 1 helipad. And on any given day, you could hear Mayo 1 fly out or fly back. And for the most part, it was just background noise at work. On this particular day, I heard Mayo 1 fly out, and I got chills up and down my spine. I picked up the phone, and it was Highway Patrol. And I'll never forget what they said to me. They said, "This is the Minnesota Highway Patrol. Your daughter has been in a serious car accident. She's being airlifted to St. Mary's Hospital. You need to get there as soon as possible."
And the nurse said that there wasn't any positive news, that they were just trying to keep Kaitlyn alive until I got there.
All doctors to the ER.
24 hours later, Kaitlyn remained unconscious, on a respirator, while family and friends stood by as a team of doctors and nurses continued to examine, test, and monitor for Kaitlyn's prognosis.
That side impact, her head or her brain would bounce around, and so diffuse axonal injury is when they're shearing throughout the brain. So it wasn't a localized injury, like if someone was struck their head on a wall or something. So it was just throughout the brain, many little bleeds, where the neurons were broken or sheared. And then there was also, the main bleed was right at the brain stem, which the doctors said was kind of like the on-off switch for whether somebody was going to come out of their coma or not.
At first, they didn't think Kaitlyn was going to survive 24 hours, but then she did. And after a few days, some of the tests that they had done showed that she probably wouldn't wake up from her coma.
But Kaitlyn did wake up, and with her family, began a long journey toward recovery and living with a traumatic brain injury.
When someone in your family has a brain injury, it's going to impact the entire family and probably for the rest of the entire family's life.
With each new day came a new challenge for Kaitlyn. From learning to walk and talk again, to learning to feed herself. As her family would write in Kaitlyn's hope, even small steps can equal big miracles.
Brain injury just doesn't hit the person that was hurt. It also affects the family as a unit, and each one of them will go through their own recovery, and unfortunately it's not always on the same path.
I literally am the same person, so I have a lot in common with who I used to be, so I just wish my friends would give me a chance and try to get to know the new me and then compare me to the old me.
A traumatic brain injury is more than just the injury itself. While Kaitlyn's long-term memory was largely unaffected, short-term memory challenges redefine who Kaitlyn is now versus who she was before the accident. Kaitlyn continues her journey toward redefining normal.
Frustratingly, painstakingly slow progress, but if you just keep on moving forward and 7 years later, she's still making new progress. I mean, she's still getting better. So
for me to get through the 7 years that we have. You know, the big thing I always say is take one day at a time, and sometimes just take 1 hour at a time.
Hope is a profound force and one that surrounds Kaitlyn and her support system to this day.
We just made a decision that we don't need anyone's permission to have hope.
And I think the biggest thing for Kaitlyn is her ability to give back and now actually talk about the injury and share it with others. And she's an inspiration and a gift.
We really just want her to be happy. And then from there, I just want her to keep continually setting and achieving goals. You know, never stopping. Just always, you get there and then you make another one. You know, you keep on pushing a little bit farther.
I hope that day does come where she embraces where she is now. She doesn't compare who she is now to who she was before. And she's able to come up with new dreams and work to achieve them.
The main 2 words to keep in mind are hope and faith. You have to hope for the best, and you have to have faith and believe that you can get the certain best things out of anything you try.